Dear parents, do you know why your children sometimes steal? Children sometimes don't steal because they are thieves. They sometimes steal because you have failed to give them food on time. They sometimes steal because you have failed to give them food at all. You know, children are different from adults. When the child is waking up from bed, what he or she is thinking about is food. Some parents will allow their children from morning to about midday or after midday without anything. Some will allow their children to go to school even without food. That is not good. That means you are the one who has forced the child into stealing or doing something extraordinary. When he turns around and there's nothing to eat, and he is very, very hungry, what do you expect him to do? He is going to take anything around to eat. And sometimes taking that thing, he is not taking it because he is stealing. But out of fear, he takes it because you did not give it to him or her. And so when he does that, you get angry, you get mad, and you call them thieves. You can beat them or you even punish them. But you don't give them food on time. Children need more food than even us. They need food between meals. For example, we don't expect that the children will have to eat at the same time always that adult eats. No, they need little snacks. For example, parents should always make sure that you can give little things. For example, just a biscuit or a candy or something, a fruit in between meals is good for children. Don't allow your children to stay too long without anything. That will push them to do things which are not acceptable. Because they cannot support like you and I. But they are very hungry. And in some homes, you know, in some home, they suppress the children, especially children who don't belong to that home, who are just living there like adopted children or children from relatives and so on. They don't have that voice. When they are dying of hunger, they don't know how to say it because once they walk up to the mother of the house to say they are hungry, the mother of the house sometimes gets mad at them and bullies them or yells at them. So they'll prefer not to say anything. They'll prefer to just look around and pick anything that is there to eat. But that is because you didn't listen to them. And so now they have that fear in their heart and they don't want to talk anymore. To avoid this kind of things, it's always good to provide them with little things to eat. Sometimes some parents will allow food to stand in the house, get decayed, and they have to throw it. Meanwhile, there are children dying of hunger at home. You don't even just have the time to look at the food to give to them. And if you don't have the time, you can assign someone to do it. They don't have that time to take the food to give to the child. And when the child goes there and takes the food, they will bully. Who asked you to touch my pot? Who asked you to touch this? Who asked you to do this? So where should the child go to get food? So this kind of habits will always push children who are not thieves to pick things around. They are picking those things because they are hungry. The tummy needs something to eat. They are not picking them because they are thieves. So try to understand your children and try to make sure you don't push them to do things they don't want to do. Yeah, that's it. Love you all. Try to make the children happy because when the children are happy, the home is happy. Make the children happy make your home a happy home, and don't let someone outside come to insult you about your child. Because sometimes the child begins at home, and outside the child will see something that does not belong to him, and he will pick it because he was very, very hungry. And then the child will be termed a thief. Meanwhile, he or she is not actually a thief.